storm surge. Hurricane force 5 kilometers SSW of Morgan City, Louisiana, about 85 miles, 140 kilometers WSW of New Orleans, Louisiana, maximum sustained winds, 100 miles per hour, 155 kilometers per hour present movement, northeast or 45 degrees at 17 miles per hour, 28 kilometers per hour minimum central pressure, 972 millibars, 28.71 inches. Life-threatening storm surge, hurricane force winds, and heavy rains continue across portions of southern Louisiana. 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time position update. The eye of Francine is located just inland over southern Louisiana. Life-threatening storm surge, heavy rains, and hurricane force winds continue to affect portions of the area. Stay inside and away from windows and have multiple ways to receive warnings and updates. A weather flow observation in Dulac recently reported a sustained wind of 68 miles per hour, 109 kilometers per hour, and a peak gust of 97 miles per hour, 156 kilometers per hour. A gust of 59 miles per hour, 94 kilometers per hour was recently measured in Patterson. Another position update will be provided at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or 100 UTC after the issuance of the Intermediate Public Advisory. Summary of 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 2300 UTC. Information location, 29.5 and 91.0 W, about 20 miles, 30 kilometers southeast of Morgan City, Louisiana, about 65 miles, 105 kilometers WSW of New Orleans, Louisiana, maximum sustained winds, 90 miles per hour, 150 kilometers per hour present movement, northeast or 45 degrees at 17 miles per hour, 28 kilometers per hour minimum central pressure, 975 millibars, 28.79 inches. A storm surge warning remains in effect, and a hurricane watch and tropical storm warning are both in effect for the following parishes in Louisiana: Eastern Orleans, Lower Tangipahoa, Southeast St. Tammany, Southern Livingston, Southwestern St. Tammany, St. Charles, and St. John the Baptist. Here is the tropical weather outlook. For the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, active systems, the National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Hurricane Francine, located just south of Louisiana, and on newly formed Tropical Depression 7 located over the eastern Atlantic Ocean. Central Tropical Atlantic L92, an area of low pressure located over the central tropical Atlantic, continues to produce some disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity. Environmental conditions appear marginally conducive for some slight development during the next day or two while the system moves west-northwestward at 5 to 10 miles per hour over the central tropical Atlantic. The disturbance is expected to reach an area of stronger upper-level winds on Friday, likely ending its chances for development. Formation chance through 48 hours, low, 30%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 30%. East of the Leeward Islands, L94, a small but well-defined area of low pressure located several hundred miles to the east of the Leeward Islands, is producing limited shower and thunderstorm activity. The proximity of dry air near the system is expected to limit additional development over the next couple of days before environmental conditions become even less conducive by this weekend while it moves slowly west-northwestward. Formation chance through 48 hours, low, 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 10%. Offshore the southeastern New South. Over the western Atlantic in a few days, a non-tropical area of low pressure could form along a residual frontal boundary a few hundred miles off the southeastern New South coastline. Thereafter, some subtropical or tropical development is possible during the early part of next week while the system drifts to the north or northwest. Formation chance through 48 hours, low, near 0%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 30%. Francine becomes a Category 2 hurricane as the eye approaches the Louisiana coast. New information. Changes to watches and warnings. None current watches and warnings. A storm surge warning, tropical storm warning, and hurricane watch are in effect for eastern Orleans, lower Tangipahoa, southeast St. Tammany, southern Livingston, southwestern St. Tammany, St. Charles, and St. John the Baptist. A storm surge warning and hurricane warning are in effect for coastal Jefferson Parish, lower Lafourche, and lower Terrebonne. A hurricane warning is in effect for Assumption, East Baton Rouge, Eastern Ascension, Iberville, St. James, Upper Lafourche, Upper Terrebonne, West Baton Rouge, and Western Ascension. A tropical storm warning and hurricane watch are in effect for lower Jefferson, northern Livingston, upper Jefferson, upper Plaquemines, and western Orleans. A storm surge warning and tropical storm warning are in effect for lower Plaquemines, lower St. Bernard, southern Hancock, southern Harrison, and southern Jackson. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Amite, central Plaquemines, central Tangipahoa, East Feliciana, northern Hancock, northern Harrison, northern Jackson, northern St. Tammany, northern Tangipahoa, Pearl River, Pike, Khb46, St. Helena, Upper St. Bernard, Waffle, Washington, West Feliciana, and Wilkinson. Storm information, about 90 miles southwest of New Orleans, Louisiana, or about 50 miles west-southwest of Houma, Louisiana, 29.2 N 91.5 W. Storm intensity 100 miles per hour. Movement northeast or 45 degrees at 17 miles per hour. Situation overview. Hurricane Francine is approaching the Louisiana coast and is expected to make landfall later this evening. Hurricane and tropical storm warnings remain active across southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. In addition to the potential for damaging winds, Francine will also bring the threat of life-threatening storm surge along the coastline and lake shores of southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi, where storm surge warnings are currently in place. Heavy rainfall along and to the east of the track will have the potential to cause flooding and flash flooding even in areas that don't normally flood. Rainfall flooding could be worsened due to the heavy rainfall that saturated grounds just last week. Next update. The next local statement will be issued by the National Weather Service in New Orleans, Louisiana, as conditions warrant. Flood watch remains in effect through Thursday morning. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of southeast Louisiana, including the following parishes: Assumption, Central Plaquemines, Central Tangipahoa, Coastal Jefferson Parish, East Baton Rouge, East Feliciana, Eastern Ascension, Eastern Orleans, Iberville, Lower Jefferson, Lower Lafourche, Lower Plaquemines, Lower St. Bernard, Lower Tangipahoa, Lower Terrebonne, Northern Livingston, Northern St. Tammany, Northern Tangipahoa, Khb46, Southeast St. Tammany, Southern Livingston, Southwestern St. Tammany, St. Charles, St. Helena, St. James, St. John the Baptist, Upper Jefferson, Upper Lafourche, Upper Plaquemines, Upper St. Bernard, Upper Terrebonne, Washington, West Baton Rouge, West Feliciana, Western Ascension and Western Orleans, and southern Mississippi, including the following areas: Amite, Northern Hancock, Northern Harrison, Northern Jackson, Pearl River, Pike, Southern Hancock, Southern Harrison, Southern Jackson, Waffle, and Wilkinson. When? Through Thursday morning. Impacts. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Additional details: http://www.weather.gov/safety/ flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 667, effective until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following parishes in Louisiana: Ascension, Iberville, Livingston, and Tangipahoa, and Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Maurepas. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. At 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or 2100 UTC, the center of Hurricane Francine was located near latitude 29.2 north, longitude 91.5 west. Francine is moving toward the northeast near 17 miles per hour, 28 kilometers per hour. This general motion should continue through this afternoon, and Francine is anticipated to make landfall in Louisiana within the warning area in the next few hours. After landfall, the center is expected to cross southeastern Louisiana tonight, then move northward across Mississippi on Thursday and Thursday night. Reports from an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft indicate that maximum sustained winds are now near 100 miles per hour, 155 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Little change in strength is expected before landfall. Francine is expected to rapidly weaken after landfall, and the system is forecast to become post-tropical Thursday night or Friday. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 40 miles 65 kilometers from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 140 miles 220 kilometers. An oil platform southeast of the center recently reported sustained winds of 79 miles per hour, 127 kilometers per hour, and a peak gust of 93 miles per hour, 150 kilometers per hour at an elevation of 82 feet 25 m. The National Ocean Service Station at Eugene Island, Louisiana, recently reported sustained winds of 76 miles per hour, 122 kilometers per hour, and a wind gust of 99 miles per hour, 159 kilometers per hour. The estimated minimum central pressure based on Hurricane Hunter aircraft data is 972 millibars, 28.71 inches. At 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, or 2100 UTC, the center of Tropical Depression 7 was located near latitude 16.2 north, longitude of 30.3 west. The depression is moving toward the west-northwest near 18 miles per hour, 30 kilometers per hour, and a west-to-west-northwest motion at a slower forward speed is anticipated over the next few days. Maximum sustained winds remain near 35 miles per hour, 55 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecast during the next 48 hours, and the depression could become a tropical storm tonight or on Thursday. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1,007 millibars, 29.74 inches. A hurricane watch and tropical storm warning are both in effect for the following parishes in Louisiana: Lower Jefferson, Northern Livingston, Upper Jefferson, Upper Plaquemines, and Western Orleans. A tropical storm warning remains in effect for the following parishes in Louisiana: Central Plaquemines, Central Tangipahoa, East Feliciana, Northern St. Tammany, Northern Tangipahoa, Grand Coupe, St. Helena, Upper St. Bernard, Washington, and West Feliciana, and the following counties in Mississippi: Northern Hancock, Northern Harrison, Northern Jackson, Pearl River, Pike, Waffle, and Wilkinson. A hurricane warning remains in effect for the following parishes in Louisiana: Assumption, East Baton Rouge, Eastern Ascension, Iberville, St. James, Upper Lafourche, Upper Terrebonne, West Baton Rouge, and Western Ascension. These are the 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time observations.